On the vast prairie, where sunlight falls on every blade of grass, the silent footsteps of a predator echo like drum beats, announcing a dramatic hunt. Every glance, every breath carries absolute focus. Join us as we step into the wild, where strength, agility, and survival instincts create stories that make your heart race. A pride of lions suddenly emerged from the brush, moving along the path like silent rulers. Suddenly, a buck dashed out from the other side of the woods toward them. A fateful stumble, a perfect trap, and a feast began in the blink of an eye. The entire pride lunged at the prey as if it were the reward they had been waiting for. Hyenas are bold predators and widely disliked by other animals because they often steal kills, even from lions. That's why this male lion's attack feels like an act of revenge, a response to the times the hyena clan had surrounded and stolen from it. As the male lion approached, all the adult hyenas immediately fled, but a young hyena lagged behind and got trapped. The male lion lunged, bringing down the young hyena as a powerful warning to the entire clan. Stay away from this territory and don't challenge the lion again. Spotting a young elephant drinking at Hwang National Park in Zimbabwe, a male lion immediately approached, preparing to attack. The calf sensed the danger and tried to fend it off, but its efforts weren't enough to stop the predator.
This is the moment a powerful
In an instant, the male lion leapt, clinging to the calf's back. Despite struggling to escape, the young elephant's strength waned, and it collapsed to the ground. At that moment, another lion quickly rushed in to assist, turning the attack into an overwhelming coordinated assault.
Lion took down an African elephant.
Female lions in a pride usually give birth around the same time and care for their cubs together. However, when they are about to give birth, they leave the pride to find a quiet place, such as a rock den or dense brush, to raise their cubs during the first few weeks of life. This is a stage when the cubs are very small and require full protection from their mother. Temporarily separating from the pride helps the mother avoid unexpected situations, even from other members of the pride. That's why female lions often hide their cubs for several weeks or even months before reintroducing them. This period allows the cubs to grow steadily and become strong enough to integrate safely with the larger family. Never disturb a mother protecting her young. While she was peacefully having breakfast, the male lions in the pride wandered a little too close. And immediately, the mother lion showed that no one is more serious than a mother caring for her cubs. When a crocodile was spotted on the shore, the lions immediately took notice and approached to assess the situation. With no water to retreat to, the crocodile had no choice but to hold its ground and look for a chance to escape this disadvantage. However, hunger made the male lions more frenzied and aggressive than ever. They charged in, competing fiercely over the crocodile. the wild dogs struggled to bring down the young buffalo. The struggle lasted about 20 minutes, and the noise attracted two male lions. The lions charged in, driving off the wild dogs and claiming the prize for themselves.
Other males coming, focusing on that male. Getting tight on those two lions.
A leopard had caught a female hartebeest and dragged it high up into a tree. A young male lion detected the scent, grew curious, and approached. When it realized the prey was up in the tree, the lion tried to climb but failed under its own weight. Exhausted, it gave up and could only watch as the confident leopard enjoyed its meal on the branch.
I think he's struggling a bit.
On the vast plains, home to cheetahs renowned for their incredible speed, a lion seemed confident it could catch its prey in the chase, but it failed. While learning to walk, a young giraffe struggled for its life against a hungry female lion, with only its mother nearby to protect it. The calf managed to escape the lion, but the outcome was unexpected. During the confrontation, the mother giraffe accidentally pushed the calf off a cliff. The young giraffe became trapped in the riverbed. The mother tried to reach it, urging the calf to climb to safety, but it was too weak to get out. With no ability to defend itself, the calf was seized by the lion, which dragged it toward the water.
Go, 3, 2, 1. Now he's going to probably try to come down again.
This scene is truly impressive. A group of young lions, guided wisely by an older female lion, work together seamlessly to take down a massive prey weighing up to 1,760 pounds. This is a clear testament to the power of unity and smart hunting strategies in the wild. The moment also serves as a reminder that hunting such large animals is always risky, but the reward, a full meal for the entire pride, makes every effort worthwhile. This scene is both moving and tense. The mother buffalo put all her strength into protecting her calf, despite the danger posed by the lion. As the predator approached, she immediately positioned herself on the front line, using her massive body to shield the calf and fight when necessary. Meanwhile, the lion remained patient, watching every movement and waiting for an opening. For several tense minutes, the mother buffalo continuously turned, gored, and pushed back the lion, creating opportunities for the calf to escape to safety. Her determination forced the pride to temporarily retreat.
She is silenced.
The battle between the lion pride and the herd of buffalo was truly spectacular. When a lion broke away and caught a young buffalo, the reaction from the adult buffalo was fierce. They immediately turned back, formed a defensive line, and advanced to confront the aggressive predators in an effort to rescue their young. The lioness spotted the tiny piglet struggling to keep up with the herd. With perfect timing and explosive speed, she closed in, her movements flashing like lightning across the grass. Within seconds, she had the piglet firmly in her grasp, held tight by the seasoned strength of one of the savanna's top predators. During the dry season, the valley becomes an ideal destination for grazing animals like sable antelopes, while also turning into a tense hunting ground. The young lion cubs must learn to hunt on their own, lacking the experienced guidance typically seen in other places like the Serengeti. They start with stealthy movements and group coordination, but the prey's sharp senses, combined with the inexperience of the young predators, make every hunt challenging and dramatic. In the dry summer of southeastern Sri Lanka, the ground cracks beneath the scorching heat. Water becomes a treasure. For deer, it is a source of life. But for the mugger crocodile, it is the perfect ambush. Hidden beneath the surface, the crocodile waits for a deer to wander too close. Ultra-sensitive sensors on its snout detect even the slightest ripple. At times, a strike may fail, and the predator drags itself onto the bank, cloaked in weeds and algae like a strange disguise. Yet when hunger presses, it returns to its post, silently positioning itself for another chance. Deer are not entirely defenseless. With lightning reflexes, they leap backward, narrowly avoiding sudden lunges. On land, they hold the advantage. But a single misstep could plunge them into the crocodile's domain. And once those jaws clamp shut, the chances of escape are almost none. The Great Migration drives herds of zebras across the arid lands of Africa. Thousands move in single file, covering miles of dusty trails under the blazing sun, searching for fresh pastures after the rains. It is a journey not only of hardship but also of peril. To reach food, they must cross rivers running low, where predators lie in wait beneath the murky water. The young cling to their mothers in trembling steps, while the stallions stand watch along the edges. They know well that every stop for water is another test of survival. A massive crocodile lunges upward, clamping its jaws onto the muzzle of a full-grown cow buffalo. A deep roar echoes through the thicket, halting the entire herd in its tracks. Normally, buffalo are far too large for crocodiles to risk an attack. But this time, hunger seems to have pushed the predator into a bold gamble. The buffalo strains to lift its head above the water, while the crocodile fights with all its strength to hold on. Yet against the buffalo's sheer power and endurance, the predator begins to tire. At last, the crocodile releases its grip and retreats into the water. In the wild, danger comes not only from rivals, but sometimes from the very places chosen for refuge. A young waterbuck, chased by an opponent, plunges into the swamp to escape. But that choice opens the door to an even harsher trial. From beneath the surface, a crocodile surges upward, clamping down on its body. In a rare burst of strength, the antelope breaks free and dashes toward the bank, as if finding its way out at last. Yet right at the water's edge, its pursuer blocks the path. Forced to turn back, the waterbuck plunges once more into the swamp, where the crocodile still lies in wait. Both the land and the water have become a dead end. Relief only comes when, against all odds, the waterbuck finally manages to wrestle free and escape to safety.
It's a young male.
In the sweltering midday heat, a gray langur descends to the water's edge to quench its thirst. Suddenly, its arm is clamped tight in the cold, unyielding jaws of a crocodile. The crocodile holds firm, never loosening its grip, while the langur pushes toward the bank, at times collapsing in exhaustion as if defeated, only to rise again with all its might. Even when cornered, survival instinct forces the creature to keep fighting, clinging to the fragile thread of life. Crocodiles are relentless predators. When hunger rises, they can hunt almost anything. A full-grown crocodile suddenly turns its jaws on a younger one. In times of scarcity, the struggle for survival can even turn into a clash within their own kind. The crocodiles lie motionless, bodies stretching over 16 feet and weighing more than 1,000 pounds, like black boulders frozen in the river. But with just a single movement from the zebra herd, stillness turns into explosive power. Sudden strikes erupt into chaos across the water's surface. A slow-footed young zebra, unable to keep up, is caught in the predator's jaws. Most manage to escape, yet a few of the weakest pay the price of the journey. The migration presses on, each zebra carrying the haunting memory of the river. Yet the drive to reach the green pastures ahead burns stronger than ever. For hours, the crocodiles remain perfectly still, conserving every ounce of energy, waiting for prey to drift into their reach. In a world where scorching heat and scarcity drain the living, this strategy has become the secret of their survival through countless generations. Another zebra is caught, but it refuses to surrender. It thrashes wildly, pouring every last bit of strength into pulling itself forward. Yet each violent tug from the crocodile's jaws drags it back into the depths. On the bank, the herd grows restless, ready to charge in to help, but all they can do is stand and watch, powerless. In a desperate moment, the zebra turns, biting back with all its might. But the counterattack only grazes the crocodile's armor-like hide, impenetrable and unyielding. At last, after a relentless struggle, the river calms. The zebra is pulled under, swallowed by the spiral of fate, leaving victory to the ruler of the deep, the crocodile, cold and merciless.
It's over. That's frustrating.
A warthog cautiously approaches the riverbank to drink. Instinct warns it to stay alert. Suddenly, a crocodile bursts from the water with a powerful snap of its jaws. In that fleeting moment, the warthog reacts with astonishing speed, just in time to escape. From a young age, elephants are already far larger than the usual prey of crocodiles. Each day, the herd returns to drink. An adult can consume more than 50 gallons of water in a single visit. The crocodile waits patiently, silently inching closer whenever they arrive. At first, only brief encounters occur, keeping the elephants on guard. But this crocodile seems driven by an unusual persistence. As the calves drink from a shallow stream, one adult chooses a spot dangerously close to the predator's ambush. The crocodile waits, motionless, until the elephant lowers its head. Then suddenly its jaws clamp down on the tip of the massive trunk. A thunderous roar erupts as the herd scatters in panic. The elephant pulls back with force, dragging the crocodile out of the water. In the chaos, the giant gathers its strength, swinging its head and flinging the stubborn attacker away. The crocodile crashes back into the river and slips away in silence as if nothing had happened, still waiting for another chance. Regarded as one of the most spectacular sights on the planet, the migration of wildebeest is truly a wonder of nature. More than 2.5 million animals, alongside zebras and gazelles, sweep across the savannas of Kenya and Tanzania each year. The climax of this epic journey is the world-famous crossing of the Mara River. To reach the lush green pastures on the far bank, they must plunge into the churning waters. Heavy breaths, pounding hooves, and the looming shadows of crocodiles below create a scene both awe-inspiring and tense. Amid the chaos, some fall, but thousands more surge forward, flowing onward like an endless river of life. On the migration journey, predators do not always claim victory. A rare scene unfolds. A wildebeest is caught in the jaws of a massive crocodile. With the advantage of the river and its crushing bite, the predator should have secured an easy win. Yet this battle does not follow the usual script. The wildebeest summons all its strength, thrashing, twisting, and suddenly breaks free from the iron grip. It charges up the bank, leaving the crocodile stunned in the swirling waters behind. The Mara River crossing is not just a challenge, It is a living epic, where nature reveals its most fierce and magnificent face. Every struggle, every crossing, tells another chapter in the story of survival. There is no room for weakness. Only strength, endurance, and unwavering will can see them through. If you share our love for the wild, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe to join us on the next great journey.